Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Terry Morrow.
And I'm Catherine Haleko.
As parents and parenting writers, we can't help but see everything through a parenting lens. But as our kids have become adults, we find ourselves more interested in getting caught up on movies and streaming than on going over the same parenting topics over and over.
So since we're pretty sure we can find parenting wisdom anywhere, we're going to talk about what we're watching, what we thought about it, and maybe what we can learn from it, if only what not to do. Watch and listen along, and let's all make like we're doing something important for our families. Each Wednesday, we bring you our thoughts on a newer entertainment property, and for this week of September 16th, we're discussing Season 4, Episode 5 of Only Murders in the Building. It is called Adaptation, and basically it just was like a giant circle because we started with someone holding a gun and it turned out to be nothing. And then by the end of the episode, gunshots again, like another cliffhanger, exactly like the one we had before.
Yes, indeed.
So
I am feeling like such a Grinch this season because I'm just not feeling this.
Yeah.
It just seems so self-indulgent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm very happy for Eva Longoria that she wants to get out there and lampoon herself, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't follow her that much. If I were a big fan of hers, I would probably be going, woohoo, look at that. But, okay. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I look at Twitter and people are just, oh my gosh, this is the best season ever. This is just like back in the good old days. Last season was boring, but this season is great. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Right.
I'm very happy for you. And I'm very happy for everybody involved in Only Murders in the Building who seems to be having a great time with this. You go, guys. Not for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll keep watching it, but it's just...
Yeah, it just feels like we're not getting anywhere.
It does.
You know, again, I returned to the after party, which we enjoyed a lot. And it was like, you always knew that whoever you were focusing on that episode didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, then they would move on to someone else. But like, I don't know, this doesn't have the same zing or something.
It doesn't. It feels so self-referential and self-indulgent that it's not entertaining to me. I mean, it's fine. I'll watch it. Thank goodness it's a half an hour. It's, you know, everybody involved is very talented. They're very enjoyable to watch, but I just felt myself all the way through going, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that's not the way I want to feel when I watch this show.
Right.
I want to be happy and not resigned.
Yeah. I mean, it has its moments where it makes you laugh, and you know, I still enjoy the three of them together and the sort of parent-child flipping back and forth relationship that they have.
But even that seems to have gotten a little self-referential too. It's just like, look at these old guys. Ho, ho, ho.
Right.
Look at... Were they always quite that idiotic? I don't think so. They just seem to have turned up the knob on that.
Well, and it's also like very inconsistent, right? We talked about last week how, you know, Oliver can't figure out, he doesn't know that Siri's name is Siri, and he yells at his iPad to turn off the brightness, but yet he knows to create a fake Instagram.
Right.
And then this time it was like, oh, we just sent him off to print out stuff from his phone, from Charles's phone. Like,
yes.
Okay.
And then they came back as like photographs on glossy paper.
Right.
I don't know how to do that. He has that kind of a printer, or
right.
I mean, I suppose I could take my phone down to FedEx office and say, can you make them look like photographs so I can put them on my murder board? But would Oliver?
Right.
Yeah, it is inconsistent.
Yeah.
And hey, John McEnroe wandering through playing a grouch.
Yeah.
Woo!
That was just like 30 seconds of, okay, fine.
I had to go on IMDb and say, is that who I think that is?
Oh, yeah. Well,
of course it is. Of course it is. They can get him for a walkthrough. Yeah. No problem.
Also lampooning himself, which is all he ever does anyway.
Yes, absolutely. Easily done.
Yeah.
And done many, many times.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like there were so many bits of business. You know, we're just going to stop everything to do this little funny thing. And Paul Rudd's back again.
Right.
Hey, man.
Right.
Had a good time the first time through, did ya?
Still missing that tooth.
I enjoyed last season. I didn't have this problem with it. Although looking back, I can see that theater-wise, it was probably similarly, lampooning of... Part of it, I think, maybe is that Meryl Streep and Paul Rudd weren't playing themselves.
Yeah.
They were playing characters, and the characters, especially Meryl Streep's character, was not turned up that high. And Paul Rudd's was, but he wasn't in it that much.
Yeah.
There was that one thing with Matthew Broderick playing himself that I thought worked really well and was really funny. But it was one episode and one segment.
Right.
It was not the entire. This is like taking that and making it the centerpiece of your season. Little bits.
Yeah.
You have a mystery as the centerpiece of the season. And then the rest of this stuff just flavors it.
Right.
Right?
That's the idea.
I feel like such a grouch. People are so happy. Why am I the enemy of fun, Catherine? I don't know. But, I mean, they're having fun playing with Zach Galifianakis' name. Who could not be there for Mr. Anaphylaxis? That's pretty funny. So, I see what they're doing there. And,
Yeah.
Do you think the not being sure that the gun, not thinking that the gun was loaded when she shot it was an Alec Baldwin reference?
No.
I kind of felt like it was an Alec Baldwin reference.
Maybe.
Little drive-by.
Yeah. That's pretty harsh.
Maybe I'm reading too much in, but it seems to be inviting us to read stuff in.
Yes, it certainly
Please
does.
read things in everywhere.
Right.
We're putting it out there.
Well, especially just that character.
Yeah.
The producer,
oh, she is working very hard. Molly.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Maybe a little less caffeine in the morning.
Yeah. But, the whole thing of like, oh, what are your ideas? Oh, well, you don't really need an idea. You just need, a hook. Yeah.
Podcasts. What a racket.
Right. And Mabel being like surprised to be like, oh, yeah, that's my job, podcast producer.
See, like, you can have a parenting podcast, but it doesn't have to be about parenting. You can talk about TV shows, 3 episodes a week.
Look at that.
Where is our check? Where is our movie? Again, we say.
Yes.
Over here.
We're asking once again.
It would be much more entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't know. How many more episodes do we have? Is it 8 or 10 altogether?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's just check that out real quick. Oh, it's 10.
So we're halfway through?
Yep.
Or not quite. This was the 5th?
This was the 5th, so it was the halfway point.
I'm thinking if Paul Rudd could come back as his stunt double, his character's stunt double, could Saz have a twin sister who just turns up and everybody's, it's Saz, but no, it's not.
Right.
It's Pizzazz, her sister.
Pizzazz Pataki. Love it. Yeah. I mean, you'd think that they wouldn't return to that well after they just did it with Paul Rudd, but I certainly wouldn't put it past them at this point.
Yeah, I think that that Only Murders in the Building is at this point at the I wouldn't put them past them point. They will do whatever the bleep they want.
Right.
And you will like it. Or otherwise you will be that grouch on the internet. So then they will make fun of you. Somebody wrote a bad tweet about us.
Yeah. So is it good they're not listening to us?
It's right. It's good. Nobody's listening to us but bots. So we're pretty safe. But I just, okay.
And what are we to make of the writer who needs to wear a fake beard in order to...
I was wondering why he wasn't just growing himself his own beard. Yes. I guess that's a thing. He can't grow one. But he desperately needs to look like Charlie Kaufman to fit in with the title of this episode being Adaptation. So.
Right.
All righty then. I don't know. I got tired of him about 2/3 of the way through and wished he would just shut up. So maybe somebody will wish he would just shut up and put a bullet in him. Who knows?
Oh.
But just, writers. Am I right?
Yeah.
Writers.
Well, and just like the eagerness and the earnestness, I don't know. Yeah.
We all know what writers are like, right? I hope people like this episode. I can change it. I just edited my Substack 50 times.
I read the Fug Girls, the Go Fug Yourself girls.
Yes.
In their newsletter, in their Substack, they are recapping Only Murders, but after we do.
Dang, so we can't steal from them.
Well,
Come on,
but
girls.
they
Speed it up.
I forget which one it was, but they said one of the same things you said. Shoot.
Oh, then I love them.
This is not helpful. Let me see if I can quickly remember what that was.
Our podcast producer will cut that all out.
Yeah.
That's what I am. Me and Mabel.
It must have been, I don't know. It was something about maybe duding off or something. The Westies. So anyway, point being that they're enjoyable, their recaps, because they don't hesitate to
Good.
They don't pull their punches if something.
Screenshot them and sent them to me because I stopped paying for them.
Yes.
It's like I have mixed. I feel like I want it to be somebody in the building or one of the Westies or something. I want it to be something in the New York world that winds up being the killer and not something to having to do with all this movie stuff. Okay. But then if that's the case, I'm going to be mad that we wasted so much time on all this movie stuff because it really was just, hey, let's make fun of Hollywood.
Yeah.
So, if it turns out to all be related to the movie, then it's not really the same show. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's fine.
Right.
I'm fine. Everything is fine. They can do whatever they want. They are talented and popular. And if they're having a good time, who am I to say, cut it out? But when's Loretta coming back? Get her away from her hunky co-star.
Right.
I want me some Meryl Streep to bring a little balance. Meryl Streep playing a character.
Yes.
So,
not herself.
Not herself. Wouldn't that be fun if she also was playing herself?
Oh boy. I mean, that's what this episode was all about, right? All the mirrors and duplicates and adaptations and yada yada.
Two people committing a crime in two parts.
So, what parenting can we say about this? Well, we did have Detective Williams returning to cast a stern eye upon her little charges and tell them to get it together.
Yeah, she's going to be my character in this. Just going, you're just being ridiculous.
Right.
Stop what you're doing.
She's playing
focus.
that.
Focus. We have all been that person.
She is definitely playing that.
She'll be the mom. And, we can relate somewhat to Mabel's young adult aimlessness and, wanting to have a career but not really sure what it is she's even doing.
Right.
And even though she's doing it successfully enough to get a very large check and to have a Hollywood person saying, hey, come run your scam with us.
Right.
It'll be great.
Right.
But she's not satisfied with that. She wants to actually know who she is and what she is. And that's a difficult time.
Right.
My kids, at a much lower level, I suppose, have gone through that. And I recall, in my day as well. So parent-wise, I feel for her.
Yeah.
And I feel like saying, Mabel, you put that check down on the couch. Did you pick it up before you left the room? Go put that in the bank right away, young lady. Put part of it in savings.
Yes.
You can buy yourself a new phone, but no more. Put the rest of it in savings. Buy yourself an apartment. Did you look? Are you pricing condos? Did you ask for enough that you could buy yourself a nice unit somewhere?
Sounds like she did.
She does not have a mature person guiding her.
No, she certainly doesn't, because Oliver and Charles are not about to play that part.
No.
She needs to ask Detective Williams what to do.
She needs to ask Detective Williams for sure.
Ask her if she knows a real estate agent.
That's right.
Or a financial planner.
That made me the check sitting on the couch made me very nervous. I would have liked to have seen her picking it up and putting it in her, does she have a bag? I don't know. In her pocket, at least.
Right.
And then on the way to whatever mischief they were getting into, stop at the bank.
Yeah.
Deposit it immediately. Probably too big a check to deposit with your phone. You probably have to bring it there personally.
I'm going to say yes. Probably.
Don't just leave it sitting in the couch in somebody's apartment.
Or in your checking account.
Yes. No, yeah, definitely not in your checking account.
It's not doing anything for you there.
Go open a nice CD, maybe an IRA of some sort, maybe an investment account.
Something.
Makes me very nervous. And just the whole, is this the way? I guess they have to pay the people off for their rights before they make the movie. But I would have liked to have known how much each of them, how much do you get for selling your life?
Yeah.
They can just now use them as characters in anything, doing anything at any time, right?
Probably, yeah. Well, I mean, remember what the sage advice of Eva Longoria, which was, like, make it enough so that you can do what you want to do.
Right. That is true. Even if it's, making commercials and guesting on TV shows where you make fun of yourself. Make sure you have enough.
That's right.
I've had about enough for this week. How about you?
Yeah. We'll stop there, but next week we'll be back. We'll discuss the next episode, which is called Blow Up.
Blow Up.
Yeah, which I don't recall a movie of that title.
Yes, there was.
Okay.
There was a movie called Blow Out that was about a sound person, and I think they made... Now, which came first? Okay, I'm going to look this up on IMDb. Because I don't remember which one was derivative of the other one. One of them had John Travolta in it, and one of them was a very long time ago. Okay, Blow Up was the first.
Okay.
And I think Blow Out was the second, so let's see. Okay, yes. This is, okay. This was a 1966 movie.
Okay.
Starring David Hemmings and Vanessa Redgrave. And the short description of it here in IMDb, which sounds like it could well apply to the episode we're going to watch, is a fashion photographer unknowingly captures a death on film after following two lovers in a park.
There we go.
Remade later on with John Travolta, I'm pretty sure, as a sound engineer who captures the sounds of a murder. But Blow Up is it's Antonioni film.
Okay, so. Got it.
Well known.
That is the name of next week's episode, number 6.
Charles was taking all those pictures.
Yes.
I wonder if it has anything to do with that.
But also
they took like 5 minutes on that gag. So it would be good if it worked out for something else.
Yes.
It was ponderous even as he was doing it the wrong way, and then he had to do it again at the right way.
Yes. Take your time.
Anyway, we got a podcast to record. Come on, make it snappy.
And we will see you back here tomorrow for our weekly Roundabout Roundup.
Thank you for listening. You can find all our episodes on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com.
You can also talk to us on our Facebook page, on Instagram, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/mamatude, where you can find links to a lot of the things we've talked about over the years.